So I've been flying drones for just under a month now, and I figured maybe it's time to see if I can learn a new trick. One of my favorite tricks to watch is the power loop. I love something about the way it looks as it kind of goes through an object and it kind of floats up in space. I've always thought that's really cool, and I thought, could I learn to do that? Am I ready to give it a shot? Here you're going to see my very first attempt at a power loop. That really did not go too well. Let's take a look at my next few attempts. So I noticed I was making the same mistake over and over. I figured, let's take a step back and try to figure out what's happening and see if I can correct for it. So I realized I'm not thinking about what the drone's doing while I'm flying. My mind is still stuck in that kind of DJI, flat, angle mode, flying mode, where I'm thinking of the quadcopters being flat. And I think of the throttle as being the elevation up and down. And that's when things started to click for me. So when I was flying straight forward, I was kind of thinking of it like this. The drone's moving along the line here. When I give it throttle, it starts moving up. When I pull back, it does this. It then pulls back this way with the throttle. However, what's really happening is, as I'm flying, the drone's pitched forward. So my direction of thrust is not directly up as I give it throttle, but rather it's moving forwards. And my mind just wasn't thinking of that on its own. When I started thinking about it, what's going on is I'm giving it throttle, I'm still pitched forward. It's shooting forward. As I start to pitch back, I then kill it around here. So I'm now looking up at the sky thinking I'm, somewhere back here. So then what ends up happening is I do one of these movements. I come in, I come up, I come back down, and I didn't actually go backwards. So the key was just to keep in mind that because I'm pitched forward, I gotta pull back first, and then I can give it that throttle to lift up, and I gotta hold the throttle longer to get that backwards motion. The most important thing for me is just to remember that acro mode is basically a state of mind, a way of thinking, as much as it is the muscle memory, the actual sticks itself. And that's something I didn't realize until I started doing the power loops. So now it feels like it's starting to look a lot better. It feels like the more I think about it, I'm starting to get that motion down. It's starting to feel like a power loop. That last one felt like the best one yet. I feel like I'm getting the hang of this. So it's nice to end that first day of practice on a good note. I feel like I can do it. I couldn't wait to get back out there the next day and give it another shot. So with that, I'm going to leave you with this montage of the next day's practice session, showing my power loops. One of the things I really like the most about seeing this is just the different angles of view. You can really get appreciation for exactly what that copter's doing when from looking from the third person perspective. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it too, and thank you for watching.